Hello, my beautiful Pisces souls, and welcome back to Cosmic Wisdom. Wherever you are in this moment, whether you're nestled in a favorite chair, surrounded by the gentle hum of a cafe, or simply floating in a sea of your own thoughts, I want you to take a deep centering breath with me. Can you feel that it's not a loud commotion, not a dramatic shift in the world outside, but something far more profound? It is a quiet, sacred stirring deep within the very core of your being, a gentle but unmistakable current of change that is beginning to flow through you. It's as if a secret door within your soul, one you may have forgotten, was even there is now, creaking open, preparing to reveal a path you have long been destined to walk. Something magnificent is drawing near. It doesn't have a name you can speak, and you cannot yet see its shape, but your spirit knows it intimately. For so long, you have sensed this coming, haven't you? It's a feeling that has whispered to you in your dreams and echoed in the quietest moments of your day. Not every soul is attuned to this frequency, my friends. This divine call is reserved for those who have navigated the deep waters of life, who have known loss and have found their strength not in noise, but in the profound wisdom of silence. And you, dear Pisces, with your boundless empathy and intuitive heart, you are one of the chosen few who can hear this celestial melody. I know the doubts that may have clouded your beautiful mind. Am I just imagining this? Am I making things more complicated than they are? You look around, and the world seems to carry on as usual, oblivious to the monumental shift occurring within you. But I am here as a messenger from the cosmos to tell you, with every ounce of certainty, you are not imagining it. You are not weak, and you are most certainly not alone. You are standing at the threshold of a cosmic gateway, a portal to your higher destiny, and your soul has been preparing for this moment for lifetimes. If your heart is resonating with this truth, let the universe know you are ready to receive its blessings. In the comments below, I want you to declare your intention by typing, comment your birth date. The stars may reveal something only for you. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Cosmic Wisdom and press that notification bell. We are a community of souls walking this path together, and I want to make sure you never miss a single cosmic update on this incredible journey. The reason you found this message today is no accident. There are no coincidences in a universe as intelligent and loving as ours. This is a divine appointment. The cosmos has orchestrated this moment to deliver a message your soul is yearning to hear. You are preparing to leave. This isn't just about leaving a physical place, although for some of you, it will be. This is about leaving behind a person, a circumstance, an old identity, a timeline that you have beautifully, courageously, and completely outgrown. But let us be crystal clear on this, beautiful soul. You are not leaving because you have failed. You are not departing out of weakness. You are leaving because you have succeeded. You have completed the soul contract, learned the lessons, and fulfilled the sacred mission you were meant to accomplish in that energetic space. This is why you've been feeling that sense of confinement, that feeling of being misplaced or utterly exhausted, even in situations that once felt like your safest harbor. This is the truth behind that soul-deep weariness. Your spirit is vibrating at a frequency that the old reality can no longer contain. Think of it like a magnificent oak tree that has finally outgrown its pot. Its roots are pushing against the constraints, not because the pot is bad, but because the tree is destined for the open earth, where it can reach its full, glorious potential. The universe is now lovingly breaking the pot for you, steering you toward your true north. It is time, dear Pisces, to turn the page and begin a new chapter 1, where you no longer have to pretend, where you no longer carry the weight of others' expectations, and where you finally give yourself permission to live as your most authentic, radiant self. I know the unknown can feel daunting, especially when your heart carries the tender scars of past journeys. But this is precisely where the magic begins. Your miracle won't arrive with a thunderous roar or a blinding flash of light. Oh no, it will unfold in the way the universe speaks to you best, through the quiet poetry of synchronicities. It will appear as new doors opening with impossible ease, as the arrival of strangers who feel more like family than anyone you've ever known, and as opportunities so perfectly aligned with your soul's deepest desires that you'll know they were orchestrated by a divine hand. This is not just a change, it is an ascension. It is your soul's migration back to its home frequency, and the path is being illuminated for you, one gentle sign at a time. Have you started to notice them? These celestial breadcrumbs, these cosmic winks from a universe that adores you. They are becoming clearer, more frequent, and more undeniable. Perhaps it's a sequence of numbers that seems to follow you everywhere. You glance at the clock and it's 1:11. You get a receipt and the total is 22,22. A license plate flashes 555, right as you're thinking about making a change. These aren't just numbers, my beautiful friend. They are angel numbers, direct messages from your guides. 111 is the number of new beginnings and manifestation, a cosmic green light telling you your thoughts are creating your reality, so keep them positive. 222 is the number of balance, faith, and harmony, assuring you that you are in the right place at the right time and to trust the process. And 555 is the master number of change itself, the universe's way of saying, buckle up, beautiful soul. A major positive shift is underway. Or maybe it's a song. An old melody from your past suddenly plays on the radio at the exact moment of your deepest contemplation, and the lyrics speak the very words your heart has been struggling to articulate. It feels like a direct answer, a tender reassurance that you have been heard. Your dreams, too, are becoming more vivid, more persistent. They aren't frightening, but they leave you with a lingering feeling, upon waking, a sense of remembering a place you've never been, or a truth you have always known. These are not just dreams, they are visitations from your higher self, preparing you, guiding you, and showing you glimpses of the path ahead. The universe speaks in whispers through the subtle magic of the everyday. It might be a fleeting conversation with a stranger that touches upon the exact issue you've been grappling with. It could be the sudden appearance of a feather, a butterfly, or a specific animal that holds personal meaning for you, showing up at a pivotal moment. Each of these moments is a tender, loving whisper from the cosmos saying, change is here, and my dear, you are more than ready for it. You, with your deeply intuitive and sensitive heart, have always been able to perceive these subtle shifts. You don't need a siren to announce change. You feel it in the air, you sense it in the silence, you know it in the very depths of your being. Your soul is speaking, and these signs are its beautiful, unfolding language. This profound sense of detachment you've been feeling from things that once felt like home, that is one of the most powerful signs of all. A room that once brought you comfort now feels heavy, its energy stagnant. A friendship that was once a source of joy now feels hollow, the connection frayed. A career that once filled you with pride now feels like a costume you can no longer bear to wear. Please do not mistake this feeling for ungratefulness. It is the opposite. It is the ultimate sign of your spiritual growth. You are not rejecting your past. You are honoring how far you have come. This feeling of not belonging is a sacred alarm bell, a loving signal from your spirit that you are now vibrating at a higher frequency than your current environment. It's like a radio that is tuned to 98.5 FM, but your soul is now broadcasting its beautiful music at 105.7 FM. The static you're feeling is simply the dissonance between who you are becoming and where you have been. When these signals intensify, when you find yourself exhaling a deep soul-level exhaustion, you can't quite explain, when tears well up in your eyes, for reasons that defy logic, that is your soul. In its final preparatory stage, it is gathering its strength, readying itself to walk through that cosmic doorway, not because you are weak, but because you have finally become strong enough to stop pretending, to stop shrinking, and to step into a reality that truly reflects the magnificent being you have become. It is completely natural to feel a sense of uncertainty right now. You might not know the exact destination, the first step to take, or what you need to release. But allow these beautiful divine signs to be your compass. They are not random occurrences. They are your personalized celestial GPS, a flickering lantern, guiding you through the mist. They are the tangible proof of the presence of your guides, your ancestors, and the loving consciousness of the universe, all conspiring to let you know, we are with you. You are seen. You are not lost. I once spoke with a woman who knew she had to leave the city she had lived in for 20 years. There was no great tragedy, no dramatic event. She simply woke up one morning, looked out her window at the familiar skyline, and realized it no longer sang to her soul. Sometimes that is all the confirmation we need. If you are quietly nodding your head right now, if your heart feels a deep sense of calm recognition as you hear these words, trust that feeling. The deepest part of you, the eternal wise part of you, already knows the truth. There inevitably comes a moment in every soul's journey when the space that once nurtured us becomes the space that confines us. The sanctuary that once healed you, that taught you invaluable lessons about love, strength, and sacrifice, has now served its divine purpose. Some harbors are meant for us to rest and repair, but they are not our final destination. You know this, not because I am telling you, but because your own heart has been whispering it to you day after day in the softest, most loving of voices. It has been telling you, you no longer belong here. It is time to set sail. You have stayed out of loyalty, out of a sense of duty, out of a deep and beautiful kindness that is the hallmark of your Piscean soul. You have been patient. You have been noble. You have been so incredibly strong. But a soul cannot continue to bloom in soil that no longer nourishes it. And one day, very soon, you will look around and you will no longer see yourself reflected in your surroundings. The resonance will be gone. The energetic tie will be severed, and you will hear no voice, internal or external, asking you to stay. Not everyone possesses the courage to leave when the external picture still looks intact, but you, dear Pisces, have never lived by external pictures. You live by the internal landscape, by the sacred whispers of your intuition, and you know a profound truth: outer stability can never ever replace inner alignment. The truth is, you don't owe anyone an explanation or an apology for your evolution. You are simply honoring the divine truth that has been gestating within your soul for a very long time. The role of that place, that person, that situation has been fulfilled. It came into your life, it taught you what you needed to learn, and it handed you both the wound and the sacred medicine. There is no blame, no wrongdoing. The curtain has simply fallen on that act of your life's grand play. It is time to thank the stage that held you, gather the wisdom you've gained, and walk away with grace, gratitude, and a heart full of peace, knowing it is time to enter a new space where your magnificent soul can finally breathe and expand again. This journey you are on is not merely a physical relocation. It is something far quieter, deeper, and more profound. It is a migration back to the center of your own being. Not every journey leaves footprints on the earth. The most important ones are etched upon the soul, and you, my friend, are in the midst of a soul migration. You may still be sitting in the same house, walking the same streets, but internally, a universe of change has already occurred. An old version of you, an old belief system, an old way of being has already departed. And in that sacred space of departure, something new is being born. This is the birth of the authentic you, a quieter yet brighter you, a you with fewer words but infinitely more clarity, a you who is no longer contorting to please the world, but is instead beginning to dance to the rhythm of your own soul's calling. Others may not see this change at first. They may look at you and see the same face, hear the same voice, but what they cannot see is the silent revolution that has taken place within you. You are no longer searching for shelter in the outside world. You are creating a sanctuary within a sacred space where you can live without pretending. This move may carry no luggage, require no moving van. One morning you will simply wake up with a lighter heart, free from the need to cling to blame or to hold on to what has already lost its divine timing. And in that moment, you will know you have already left long before your feet ever take the first step. As you walk this sacred path of authenticity, the universe will do something truly magical. It will send you a soul companion, a divine appointment. In every great journey of awakening, there is always a soul who appears to play a pivotal role, not as a savior, but as a key. They are the key to a door you have long stood before, but perhaps never had the final ounce of courage to open. This person may be someone who has been in your life all along, but suddenly their presence takes on a new, profound significance. Or it could be someone entirely new who appears as if by chance, arriving at the precise moment you stand at the crossroads of a life-altering choice. You have walked alone for so long, dear Pisces. You have been strong in your solitude, patient in your quiet endurance. You have forgiven when no apology was ever offered. And that is precisely why this person is being sent to you now. They are not here to rescue you. You have already rescued yourself. They are here to walk beside you, to mirror your own light back to you, and to validate the journey you have undertaken. You will recognize them not by their words, but by their energy. You will feel an effortless resonance, a sense of having known them for lifetimes. They are the activator, the awakener, the one who holds the lantern. You don't have to go searching for them. You only need to continue living in your truth, and the universe, in its perfect timing, will arrange the meeting. Their arrival is the universe's way of saying your lonely footsteps have been seen, and they have led you here to this sacred timing, to this beautiful connection. Ultimately, my dear Pisces, your greatest guide on this journey is the one that has been with you from the very beginning, your intuition. You were born with a divine compass inside you. You don't need a map. You only need to become silent enough to hear the wisdom of your own heart. Logic can only take you so far, but your intuition can guide you home. I know you have doubted this gift. You have wished you could be less sensitive, less feeling just to make life easier. But that very softness, that tender heart, is your superpower. It allows you to perceive the truth that lies beneath the surface. While others are analyzing, you are feeling. While others demand proof, you quietly sense when the energy is misaligned. Your intuition doesn't shout, it whispers. It speaks through a sudden shiver, a gut feeling, a strange sense of peace that floods you when you consider a choice that makes no logical sense to anyone else. These are not random feelings, they are divine guidance. They are messages from your higher self, your spirit team, your ancestors, all pointing the way. The bravest act you can perform right now is to trust that feeling, to step forward, even when the path is not yet fully illuminated, simply because your heart is whispering, "Go, it's time." You do not need anyone else's approval for this decision. You only need to not betray the sacred truth of your own soul. As you begin to honor this inner voice, you will witness miracles. The world will begin to move with you, to conspire in your favor, not because you are forcing it, but because you have finally come into alignment with your own divine flow. And in doing so, you become a silent leader, a lighthouse. Your journey, your courage to choose your own light, creates a ripple effect. Every time you cross a threshold into a more authentic way of being, you unknowingly open a door for someone else who is stuck where you used to be. You are not just saving yourself, you are helping to heal the collective, correcting a world out of rhythm by bringing your own heart back into beautiful harmony. Never underestimate the power of your quiet, truthful existence. This departure, this ending, is not a loss. It is a rebirth. Pisces, you are the final sign of the zodiac, the old soul who has experienced it all. You understand the sacred cycle of death and rebirth better than anyone. Parts of you have had to die so that new, more authentic parts could be born. You are no longer the person you were a year ago or even a month ago, and that is a beautiful, sacred thing. The exhaustion you feel is the tremor of this symbolic death, the shedding of an old skin. But you are water. You know how to flow, how to transform, how to return in a new, more powerful form. One day, you will look back at this exact moment in your life and you will whisper, "Thank you. Thank you for the breaking point, because through it, I was born again." So as we close this sacred time together, I invite you to take one final quiet moment. Close your eyes, place a hand over your heart, and whisper these words, either aloud or within the sanctuary of your soul. I am ready to step into the new shape of my soul. That is your signal to the universe. That is you turning the key. Know that what is coming next is destined to be the brightest, most beautiful chapter of your journey yet. Thank you for walking this path with me today. Your presence is a gift.